Here we are, Chad. How are you?
How's it going, Mike? How you doing up there in Germany?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm very excited right now because for
So,
us Europeans, this is quite something. How long did we discuss this? Far over a year, right?
how long have I been knowing you?
1.5 years.
So probably maybe close to a year.
Yeah. And here is the night. Here's the day. Here's the evening. Finally, because this video, of course, this live stream is significant for the European vinyl audiophile collectors, because in a way we have been on the bad end, because the prices here has been sometimes really terrible, and that's what we discussed. We have to find a solution, and we thought about a lot of stuff. Yeah, but finally here is the solution, meaning Chat supports Europe in a very special and kind and generous way, so that I could create a web shop where you can order all analog production titles that are in print. For you know that better than me. Some of those titles, for the first time, I think, at least official outside the United States, some of the prestige titles, right?
Um, I don't know. I mean, we first started the Prestige in 2012, and then I
Okay,
think
that might be different, right? Yeah.
2015. We probably shipped some way back then. I can't remember. It's just they weren't near as popular as they are now. I think it just took some momentum on those. People had to tell their friends, and they had to tell their friends, and then they had to have when ERC started doing them, and then they started comparing like our $40 version to a $500 version, and then it's just momentum. The momentum just kept building, and then we were out of them for so long, for 7 years.
Yeah.
They
are back. Yeah, and finally, as I said, we can get them now here in Europe for a reasonable price. And this is, of course, for the collectors, something amazing. When we start this, you will see that some of those titles are low in stock. Take that very serious. There are not that many available up to now. But for all the upcoming titles, all the new titles, we are now in Europe almost on the same page as the collectors in the United States. And this is of course quite something. And I will now share the link to the web shop, and then I will explain some things maybe. So here it is. This is the web shop where you can order. Some explaining, some explanations. You can pre-order, and by the coming soon titles, those are the UHQR Steely Dan. I'm excited. Which UHQR comes out on Friday? It's Countdown to Ecstasy, right?
Yeah. Countdown to Ecstasy, man.
There it is, man.
Yeah, so it's taken a while. We really wanted to we want to get them all right, and but one of the songs had some sibilance on it, and we had to work on it. So we really were very happy with it. I mean, it's people don't understand. Well, a lot of people do. Most people do, and most people appreciate.
And they appreciate it, right?
Yeah, some people don't understand why it costs so much, but when you recut one side 7 times to get it as good as you possibly can, even though the second time was better than the original, but you know, we still feel like we can get it better. You know, we just don't play it cheap when it comes to trying to make the highest quality sounding record, and so we reinvest that money into doing what it takes to get something that we're satisfied with, you know, because we have an important
so far,
reputation.
the first Steely Dan has been amazing, so I can't wait, of course, for the second one. But there are other titles coming soon. It's I think the Billie Holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, the Billie Holiday. This was like the Steely Dan. This was mastered by Bernie Grundman from the original tapes, Analogue, of course, Analogue Productions, Analogue tapes. And it's never been a gatefold before, so we got some really beautiful pictures of Billie Holiday, and you know, this is what they call a birdcage mic right here. And I've got one of these, and I think this is probably maybe U48 or U47, and this is, I think, a 49. So these are the best vintage microphones. Of course, they're German. The best microphones that money can buy. Yeah, they're still great. So Stoughton jacket. It was mastered by Bernie Grundman off the original Analog tapes. It was done for Classic Records.
Link not working. Okay, I'll try again. Should work. I'm on the site right now.
All right, Chris.
Maybe too many people, but we have a big server. So shop.michael45.com.
Michael said he's got his diapers on, so we ready. We ready. Yeah. We're trying to. I mean, we've talked so long on how to remedy this problem, you know, and it really, you know, when we see a lot of the comments, it seems like people get upset with us because of the. I mean, I take it that way. Maybe I got thin skin, but you know, a lot of people, when they talk about how expensive the shipping is and the taxes and the inflation, you know, you know, a lot of people, you know, I read the comments. It's.
Yeah, but concentrate on the positive side. So we have those. But there is one huge title, right? There is also, and this is also becoming very, very soon, the Roger Waters.
Yeah, the Roger Waters, amused to death.
Amazing, yeah. And what I would now have to explain is you can order them, and you can order as much titles as you like. And here we are on the shipping fees. The shipping fees, I did a lot of thinking about it, and at the end I decided to take the most reliable, the best and the fastest shipping within Europe, meaning UPS. They come with a certain price, but the main advantage so far is that you can order as many records as you like for the same shipping fee. So if you buy 1 or 10 records, doesn't change anything. So you can order as many records as you want for the same shipping fee for every country, which is quite important. So can you reach the right site now? Because as I said, I'm on it. Let me refresh it.
So you're able to supply. I mean, I don't think you told me about this, that you're able to, if they order 20 records for the same shipping price as one.
Yeah.
If they order 100 records, the same shipping price.
No problem. Same shipping price. So this is a good, the good part on this. So maybe it's too many people right now. I have no idea. Maybe, but we order maybe too many right now because maybe it's too much right now. So it works. Maybe 300, 400 people are trying to get on it, and that might be too much right now. And yeah, that's why I choose it, at least for the beginning. So if there are changes, we will of course inform you. And one other very, very, very important thing, very important, please, if you're on the website and the traffic slowed down a bit, please scroll to the end and subscribe to the newsletter. That's very important, so that we can inform you about new articles and new records and new stuff and things like that. Yeah.
Well, I see some people asking about the Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young.
Yeah,
and
too much traffic right now.
I see the asking about Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I see them asking about Rush, and of course, we see them asking about Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
These would all be really, really, really good titles to get, and believe me, those aren't titles or bands that we haven't thought about or haven't tried. So, hey, you just never can tell. All I can say is all of it's being worked on, and any of it is possible. And as far as the new announcement we wanted to make before the end of the year, we still aren't able to make it. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, those things takes time, but how long does it take for the Amused to Death? Almost 4 years, right?
Yeah. When you're dealing with Pink Floyd or Roger Waters, they're very, at least the team I'm working with is very quality conscious.
Yeah.
James Guthrie, and it's been so long, and we've spent so much money redoing things over and over again that I almost want to forget all the expense and all the things we went through, and it's been so long that I've forgot a lot of it, and so but anyway, finally, we're having RTI press this one.
Yeah.
Stoughton boxes, Stoughton jackets, and RTI press it. Because we're just so busy at QRP.
I think it's more than 300 people, and yeah, in 30 minutes, 1 hour, it will be better. I'm totally sorry that the server capacity, although we choose the highest possible server capacity. Sorry,
I mean, whenever we announce those UHQRs,
same problem, right?
Yeah, the Rastaman vibrations, it's just so many people at one time. It just crashes, and like they said, broke the internet. So I mean, that's a good sign, really.
It's a good sign, right? Right, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these things, when you're the business owner, you realize, my customers have made me better customers of other people. I realize the things that the companies have to go through, and I realize the inflation cost and the shipping and the labor cost and the time, all that's what we went through during COVID. It was an amazing time that, and every company in the world had to go through it and learn as they went and solve problems as they went. And, it's really, everybody all along the world had to do a lot to work through it, so, when you're doing it and you see the problems, then you understand.
Some nice words from Liam about your doors, and I totally agree. Those doors are amazing. Yeah, they are.
Everybody loves the doors, man. Everybody loves the doors. Yeah, we you know,
There was a
so,
question about possible Steely Dan SACDs. Will that happen? Is there a plan?
yeah. The first title, it won't be long. We should have the first title very, very soon.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a week to 3 weeks, I would predict. So yeah, no, the SACDs, they're gonna happen. You know, we're just doing it as fast as we can, but you know, we're not gonna speed up quality. You know, I mean,
Yeah, of course.
quality.
Take your time and make it the best possible quality. Yeah, maybe also because this is, of course, something very important. I will now gather the orders until Wednesday, Thursday, and then I will place the first order. As we do this shipping with acoustic sounds with FedEx, it only takes 2 to 5 business days for the shipment. And then we start shipping here. So we hope to get out the first orders between Christmas and New Year, but latest at the end of the first week in January. So it will be quite soon. And then, of course, we will build up a stock here in Europe too.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I see a lot of people comment, "Wow, Michael, how'd you get that UHQR so fast?" Or, I mean, the service you order is like
it's
2 days. I mean, we ship it, the FedEx, we ship it in 2 days. You're doing the video. I mean, it just blows me away because
sometimes one day, Chad.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes, you know, we ship somebody to New York, and you got it faster in Germany than the person got it in New York, and then everybody's like, "Wow, Chad sends it to you early," which I mean, I don't mind. I might send you something early here and there, but a lot of the times I didn't really. I mean,
and they come so fast. Yeah, and we will use the same shipping here, and
well, you pick the extra. You spend a little extra.
Yeah, the shipping.
You pay for, really, you know, and everything in life, you get what you pay for. And, you know, sometimes some people feel it's worth a little extra. And if you want, but I'm still just amazed at how quick.
That's the beauty of it. And of course, and now that we can get those records here for decent prices too, because I talked, of course, to some people in other countries, and for UHQR in some places, they paid 290 euros. 290. It's.
Listen, I mean,
postage to UK is 23. Doesn't matter how many records you order.
I mean, you know, the cost of everything. That's why it's another thing that we get a little bit, you know, sensitive, like seeing all the people complaining about the cost. And it's like everything is going up, man, everything. And it's, you know, paper, shipping, you know,
everything. Shipping is so expensive right now in Germany. It's
right. But I mean, it's like we're like, well, why is everybody so sensitive to you know, the cost of a record when they can look around on the cost of gas, postage? But we are going to be working with FedEx. We might be able to bring down the FedEx soon. We're getting a whole new web store, which will make your shipping lower and make everybody's shipping lower. So most things we can't control the price of. We can't control the price of the VAT, the taxes of a country. I mean, you know, if I could control the taxes on records.
Same here now with Brexit and Great Britain or Switzerland. Yeah, what can we do? You know, I know that a lot of people in the Switzerland has a delivery address here in Germany, so that probably helps. But you can't do something about you can't do something about taxes in other countries? This is a great question, Record Spree. Any merch like QRP t-shirts? Yes, we will add that. There will be a lot of more stuff. That's why it's so important that you subscribe to the newsletter when the traffic has slowed down a bit and you all can get over there and see the website.
Well, now we bought a printing company. It's a 100-year printing company that has a t-shirt making machine, and we can do all the swag and merch. And so all you have to do is tell us what logos, what sayings, give us some things y'all would like to see. We've come up with 4 different t-shirts so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't.
Yeah, this is interesting. See, Liam in Great Britain, he has to pay £155 for the QRP, the new one, the 3LP, which is roughly around 170 euros. So in our European shop, you get it for 105 euros, which is of course quite a huge difference.
I understand when they mean the 3LP QRP. You mean
the wonderful sounds of Quality Records pressing.
100 pounds. Well, it's 95 USD, so I don't know. I mean, I can't tell people what to sell things for, and I know that they're paying, a lot of these things, they're going through a lot of different hands. By the time, and what's happening for me is we're selling out of everything. There's no need to sell it wholesale.
Yeah.
So I mean, doing this deal with Mike is really, we're going to try to share what we can with him, you know what I mean? But we can't, our customer, our retail customer comes first, and our wholesale customer comes second. Now, we want to see this relationship with, with Michael's new web shop. We're trying our best to come up with a solution for, to keep the cost down. And I think we have, and we'll continue to work with FedEx to even lower the rate. So we're always trying to come up with ways to lower it. And I think that, I think we have.
We have, for the Europeans, chat, now with this shop, it's way, 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 way cheaper. You can't compare it. This is, in my opinion, for the collectors, a fantastic solution. And maybe to the point you just said, and it's important, but for new titles, I think people should pre-order so that you can see the numbers and get a good feeling how many. So if you do a pre-order, you are generally on the safe side, right, Chad?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I, like when the saying, buy now or cry later. I mean, this is what I tell all customers and all dealers. When you see the album coming out at the beginning, it's the best time to order it, because we'll make the most the first pressing usually, and you're going to get it. But what happens is when we sell out, then I have to think, well, I can't repress it and knock off a new release. Like if you notice the Tone Poets and other records, you don't see them being repressed. The reason you don't see them being repressed is because now that's competing with their new release that they've marketed. They say in January, John Coltrane or whatever's coming out in January. So then they call the pressing plant, well, we need to repress an old title. And the pressing plant says, okay, do you want us to knock off your new release? And they say, no, we need our new release, the most important. So whenever the consumer sees that it's a new release, like I'm going to be able to fill your order. If you order a lot, I might not fill your complete order.
Yeah.
You might order 300 of this record. I might say, well, give him 150. But if you ask for it in 3 months from now, I'm going to say, we'll give you 50.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And Chad, I'm proud to announce that the first 68 orders are in Europe.
oh wow. Well,
I
you
see
said
it.
You
I
told
told
me.
you the people. Yeah. Yeah. This is such a huge step for the record collectors here. And I want, here are two things I marked. First thing, Alex Dickey asked, no, those are the same, exactly the same records you buy at Acoustic Sounds. We order them over at Acoustic Sounds like everybody else, no different pressings or stuff like that. And Luda asked about the shipment. The shipment.
Response.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. The shipment is €8.70. It's not a regular shipping. It means you can order as many as you want. It doesn't matter if you order 1 record or 50 records. Doesn't matter.
And you said it's UPS?
Yeah, it's UPS with tracking, insurance, everything. It's the best shipping next to FedEx here in Europe. And that's why I didn't take cheaper shipments, because I want to do with those beautiful records and expensive records, I want to be on the safe side as much as possible when it comes to shipping. Fast, reliable, transparent, and secure. That's the most important thing, I think. It's not about €3 shipment. I think.
Hey, dude, looks like a good price to me. You know, quality costs money.
Yeah.
And why would we do all the work, make the highest quality jackets, the highest quality mastering, the highest quality pressings, so that UPS or FedEx can damage it in the transit? We're trying our best to keep that from happening. And if, you know, somebody's worried about saving money, then they might as well just buy the regular music on vinyl or some of the digitally remastered stuff from the other labels, you know what I mean? Or just buy a CD, you know, I mean, like I think that sounds like a very reasonable amount.
It is, you know, and this is of course luck, not luck, but this is why it works so beautiful together. You know, we have the experience with web shops. A very good friend of mine has a huge logistics center where I can ship the stuff, pack the stuff, and he has of course great contracts with a lot of delivery companies.
Well, I see somebody that there's a rumor that we use in Palace. I mean, no, I mean, hey, you never can tell the future with some of the stuff we're going to be getting in the future. You know, me and RTI might not be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? But right now, no, there's no plans on using Palace. I mean, we like Palace. They're very flat and quiet records. I mean, they, but no, acoustics, QRP is going to do most of the pressing, and every now and then RTI will press one, like they did the Bill Evans box. They're going to do the Roger Waters box.
Chad, any chances for the Doors or Lynyrd 33 RPM?
There's no, well, we did some Lynyrd Skynyrd in 33, but there's no immediate plans to do either of those. But I don't want to, I'd never want to say never, because who knows?
Yes, Peter, we will add the SACDs in the upcoming days. We just didn't do it. We couldn't manage because I have to figure out a different price, shipping price for those, but they will be there. Yes, the SACDs are coming too. Chad, can you answer this question?
Yeah, the Royal Ballet 45 will be coming back. We're going to have RTI press it this time. And yeah, that's one of the ones we get $1,000 for the classic version. I mean, we had it available for years, and I just,
you know, it's so insane. We talked about it on a telephone call. It's so insane I was surprised that the Bob Marley was sold out only within 6 or 7 days. And then it was sold out. And then I went over to Discogs, and then I saw that it has been sold for 500 euros or over 500 euros already. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a little Easter egg on the show that the Tough Gone got 500 of the records, and I think they've got a good 300 left.
Okay.
Now we're going to send on our email Tough Gong's website, but they didn't send a link. You have to email them that you're interested in this record. And it's nothing to do with acoustic sounds. All we're doing is trying to help the consumer and trying to help Tough Gone as we're going to build a wonderful relationship. They love what we did with the Bob Marley. I mean, the family is just very, very happy with, I mean, it even was the biggest selling reggae album on Billboard charts. So they're very happy.
Cool. It was number one? Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it was number one, but it hit, it might have been number one. I can't remember. But they mentioned that it hit the Billboard charts. They're very happy with the quality. They're very happy with the working relationship we have. They want to do more things. Wonderful people to work with. And they wanted 500 for the Caribbean or for their web shop. And so they asked us to pass along an email. Now, I don't know what they
charge. You may now re-enter response. Everyone, you may now re-enter response.
I don't know what they charge. I have nothing to do with it. No. But I have to believe that it's a lot less
than 500.
Than the 500 that people are getting. We're getting emails every day. Oh, Chad, man, my best friend. How you been?
There will be added titles from now on almost on a daily basis for the upcoming time, because there are more titles. The SSD will come, other stuff will come. That's why I really urge you to sign to the newsletter as soon as the website is not as flooded as it is right now. I hope it's better now. I post the link every now and then, so I hope it works better now.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, people always remember quality costs money. There's cheaper options out there, but it's not going to be Analog Productions. Our goal isn't to be the cheapest, and we can't control the governments in different countries and the shipping, and then the rising cost of paper products and vinyl and shipping. Although there is one thing that we're going to try to do is not only Europe. This should help satisfy Europe. We're also working on FedEx about lowering their rate, and I think in the future we're going to be able to do it. So, but we're just constantly trying to come up with ideas, and
let me address that, because this is a very important question. Yeah, this is a regular web shop, like, let's take a bigger one, Amazon, like JPC, like HHV, like Acoustic Sounds. You get an invoice, you have the same rights. It's a completely legit, official web shop with invoice, with mails, with everything. It's like ordering over at JPC, Acoustic Sounds, Amazon, wherever. Same here.
Yeah, and again, all I can say is I tell Michael, just like I tell any of our customers, the best time, if you want the most records, is order when it first comes out.
Yeah.
You know, I will share the most.
Pre-order, yeah.
Pre-order, pre-order.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that it's so slow with the website, but on the orders, it's amazing. It's a hell of a tragedy. It's 10 times more than expected. Sorry, I'm very sorry, but it will of course get better every hour now.
So yeah, no, our website, when we did the Marley, it crashed, and
the prices, the VAT is included. It's all included. Yeah, I know. It's a dream come true. It's all included. The only extra charge is the shipping. If you are in the EU, not for Great Britain, there has to be Brexit.
so somebody said they're hoping to get the Doors Salt Parade for Christmas. I don't think that's going to happen unless they order it from us. But
I can't see how many records, but I can see that we are over 100 orders.
Hey, you know, that's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good. Yeah, you know, the other thing is, let's see. You know, a lot of people talk. You know what I mean? Like, you give them the solution. Let's see. You know how.
Exactly. It was a try, another try. You know, sometimes you fail, sometimes it works out. We tried it, and we did it. So I'm happy. I'm proud. What started as a channel, I remember my first video outside in the garden. I didn't dream of this moment that I will sell together with Kassem's records in Europe. This is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody asked about the consistency.
I will, Phil. I do the shipping to Great Britain, or also Switzerland, but you have to be aware that you have to pay taxes when we ship to Great Britain.
So yeah, no, I mean, you know, we've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I see people complaining, and it's bothering, you know, and it's, you know, it's disturbing when you can't do anything about something, you know, and then you just try to figure out a way. But you know, it takes, nothing good is easy, and nothing good is fast, and nothing good is cheap, you know. And a lot of the people that are complaining, sometimes maybe, you know, I know a lot of it is the shipping and the taxes, and we can't do anything about that, but there's always different options for them, you know, like they can buy OJCs or other record labels, you know what I mean? But that's not what Analog Productions is about. You know, we're about making the highest quality product for people that understand and appreciate the differences, you know. And for those people, we're going to continue to make the highest quality product. We're not going to lower our prices and lower our you know, the value, you know, the
it's
product.
not possible, right? Yeah, maybe in Europe it might be, you know, if we suddenly get a very strong euro, might happen next year, then we of course can lower the price even more, but you never know that. Okay, I have 3 questions for you now, Chad. First one, Creedence Clearwater.
It doesn't look like that's happening again. You know what I mean? Look, we had them available for years. You know, I mean, go to Discogs. Yeah, we're going to repress the Hope 45. RTI is going to do that. But like I said, they need to order it right away because,
yeah,
you know,
we will put it same day on the shop in Europe. Then you put it in Acoustic Sound, so there will be no difference. Yeah, of course, Lula. Again, this is a professional shop. We do a lot of professional shops. This is taken care of. Okay, one question from Liam. Chad, you ever consider yes title?
Of course. We've done Fragile once, and we would like to see Fragile and Close to the Edge again. I mean, we didn't do Close to the Edge before, but it's something that we'd like to see out. Could happen.
Look who's here with a very nice question. I don't know, maybe for you, Leon. For you, I will make it somehow possible that Stunty packs your records.
This person I see asking about our spines. I mean, we try to keep the original look on things. You know what I mean? We don't do like another label where we make the label, we try to keep the label if we can. Like with the Steely Dan, they wanted Geffen on the label. They wanted it to be a Geffen release. It was originally an ABC release. I don't think ABC's making records anymore. So they want it on Geffen. The label tells us that. That's what we do. You know what I mean? I have no choice. But on the records, I do have a choice on. We'd like to make the spines. And oh, look at that, a gumbo recipe.
Yeah, I think this is such a legit request. Come on, do
hey,
that.
I'm serious. You know what? We're fixing to have Acoustic Sounds Christmas party on the 17th. And we have Doug McLeod coming to play at the church. We asked him if we could record it to see how it comes out. And we're going to be cooking gumbo and jambalaya. A Cajun chef's going to be cooking gumbo and jambalaya. So that'd be some fun. We like to have fun. It's going to be on Saturday night. It's going to be great. Jambalaya and gumbo. But anyway, I was just trying to answer that person's question. So there's a chance for Genesis. A lot of things people are asking for. There's a chance. Yeah, once we sell out the UHQRs, we'll sell the Steely Dan at probably $65.
Yeah, there will be classical titles. Yeah, we will add classical titles from Analogue Productions very, very soon.
But as far as the labels, we like to try to make the label look like the original. We try to make the spine look like the original and the album cover. We don't, molest the top with, like another company has something on the top, which I thought meant using the original tapes. They put on the top. We try to keep the jacket original. We also try to keep the spine with the same font that the original used and the look. Now we have to put our catalog number, and some labels even make us put a big catalog number. And so we don't always have total control on these things, but we do the best we can. Believe me, basically, we do the best we can on all of this.
Great question.
This guy, this captain, whatever, he got a couple
but it's a legit question because we have the same return policy as Acoustic Sounds, as Analogue Production.
Right. Well, he'll probably be sending you. Be ready for him to send you a few. If he has made a video. They had a couple of, there was 22 records in the Bill Evans box. 22 records. So that's 44 sides. That's 44 sides for there to be a potential problem, and
this is a massive project, right?
Yeah, he had 4 sides that were bad. He made a video about it. Listen, we try our best, and RTI, we think QRP and RTI is the best 2 pressing plants in the world. We don't, QRP or RTI doesn't polish their parts. Now, there's other good pressing plants in Europe. Most of these people polish their parts. They've taken off high-end information. It makes for a flatter, a better, it helps press consistent records. It does. There is a benefit. but it comes at a cost, like everything in life. So we're trying our best to make the best records possible. Records aren't perfect. You know what I mean? Records aren't perfect, and they'll never be. Our goal is to make them as good as we can, and then replace the ones that are bad.
Oh.
And that's what we do. But
I
you
will.
know,
Later on, we will ship in similar boxes. And no, we don't only answer certain questions. It's hard for me to keep up with this with the gallery.
but what question does Lawrence have?
I don't know. Put it again, please. Okay, Vinyl Joe. What are your top 5 you are proud of? Nice question.
Well, listen, I'm from Louisiana. I'm from the South. I love blues. And so, of course, I love the Lightning Hopkins Going Away. You know, I love the Muddy Waters Folk Singer. I love the Sonny Boy Williamson Keeping It to Ourselves. You know, I love the Jimmy Witherspoon Evening Blues. You know, I love blues, but you know, we just did the Jimmy Witherspoon with Ben Webster Roots. You know, of course, I always like the Sonny Rollins Way Out West, the Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section. But let's see, the 5 most proud. We also have our own recording label, Analogue Productions Originals, where we did Jimmy Rogers' Bluebird in 1994 and Lil Hatch. I don't know. There's just so many records that, you know, of course, we're proud of the Creedence Clearwater box, the Stevie Ray Vaughan box, the Doors box, the Bill Evans box, you know, the Kind of Blue 45. I mean, I could go on, but basically, I'm going to always like the bluesier jazz when it comes to jazz, like very accessible, the big fat sax players like Ben Webster, you know, where it's smooth and in the room sounding soulful. I typically tend to like things that it's a good recording. You know what I mean? I'll always love a good recording. You know, some of the best recordings we ever remastered was the Dream with Dean Martin, the Tennessee Ernie Ford. Oh, one of my favorite albums is Tony Joe White, Homemade Ice Cream. The Joe Walsh we're working on, Lawrence. Believe me, we're working on it. If you knew all the details, you would be surprised. But again, we did have the 33 available of that. I think we will be doing a blues sampler at some time on the Wonderful World series, the Wonderful Sound series. And it'd be from the Bluesville label. Lightning Hopkins, Memphis Slim, and the Stevie Ray we love doing. We're gonna try to redo all the Prestige soon. We've got jackets. Some of the next jackets we're getting from Stoughton will be like maybe 20 different Prestige, but that'll probably be a couple of months into the new year. Probably in the first quarter, but probably towards the end of the first quarter, we'll probably doing about 20 more Prestige. And I'll tell you, Michael, I'll spank you just like I spanked the rest. If you want it, buy it at the beginning. Don't buy a few and then cry to me later. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not going to have sympathy. I'm just warning you now.
No, George D. This is not a affiliate link type thing. Go to the web shop. The web shop is shop.michael45.com. And there you have a legit, huge, beautiful web shop where you can buy here in Europe the analog production records.
So somebody bought a Riverside box set for $234, man. That's a hell of a deal.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you repress Rastaman? What? I don't understand the questions.
Ask you. Well,
Okay.
I don't know what exactly what he means. But
Dark Side of the Moon next year, possible?
yeah, that's a long shot. But yeah, no, the Rastaman, you know, I see a lot of comments of people, oh, Chad's doing his favorite records. Well, you know what? Of course I do my favorite records. You know what I mean? It's, you know, when I love a record, I want to share that with people. You know what I mean? I want to share my favorite records with people.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Blue Midnight, this is a great question. So far, there are no plans because we have a certain problem, or we had a certain problem here in Europe due to the incredible high prices. This, in my opinion, is solved now. If there are similar problems, we might get into it, but for the time being, no.
Oh, they want me to there's so much oh, that Louis Armstrong plays King Oliver. Dude, that's one of my favorites right there. The St. James Infirmary. You got the top jazz guy, recorded radio recorders.
This is a funny question, especially as he is asking for the Van Halen catalog. I think there are some Van Halens coming up from another company. It would be quite funny if you do that.
Yeah, they've announced a few years ago some Van Halens. I mean, I'm sure you'll get some one-step DSD records, you know. You know, we
Jason.
plus they had the Van Halen was done by the label itself, mastered by I think Chris Bellman or Bernie Grundman. So I mean, you can get really good copies of that from the label. You know, at least they press some. They might be out of stock now, but and I'm sure I bet those were from Analogue. So Tony Joe White, he's like one of my favorite artists, man. I love Tony Joe White. I love J.J. Cale.
Cool.
The singer-songwriters. I would like to do more Tony Joe White. I would like to do more J.J. Cale, but you know, again, some of my favorite stuff isn't the biggest selling stuff, you know. And yeah, we offer tours to the pressing plant.
Luda, you did in a way right now.
Listen, man, I get asked Led Zeppelin when I wake up in the morning. I get asked Led Zeppelin when I go to bed at night. You know,
and during the night, I write in WhatsApp to chat. What's with the Led Zeppelin?
Hey, it would be a lovely thing to happen.
Yeah.
And you know, I see so many comments about it, and you know, people who really seem to know a whole lot. Yeah, we're gonna reprint the Starker Bach cello. We will, but this next time you need to buy it, okay? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
promise.
We have it available, and they wait, and then they want it, and I understand it's really
Bongo really asked that question for quite some time.
Beatles 45. That's very unlikely, but you know, with what some of the good news we've been getting, it could happen, but I kind of doubt it. It's definitely no time soon. And
okay, here's the website again. Of course, I will put the website also in the video description down below. So still a lot of traffic, I think.
Dr. John, he's another one of my favorites, man. Don't be surprised if you see some Dr. J coming, brother. He's one of my favorites. and there may be more Marley. The thing is some of these 45s like we did with Marley, they only let us sell that. And of course, I don't know if I've explained that to Mike on the Marley. They only let us sell those direct at retail from Acoustic Sounds. So we weren't able to sell any at wholesale. All we were able was to peel them off some. Yeah, grunge ain't really my thing. I mean, of course, Nirvana Nevermind would be nice, and
would be not that
you know
bad,
what?
right?
You know what? There is. I can't mention it, but there is a band that might be considered grunge that we will be doing. Hopefully, that can be announced in the new year.
This is a funny comment in a way.
Yeah, how many if Zeppelin was to be done on UHQR, what should we limit it to? That'd be an interesting question.
Yeah. Do you need to limit it? Make it available 1 year and then it's gone.
Hey, I love thinking about options, oh yeah, I love this guy.
No, don't do that. Don't auction that. No, don't do that.
Wait, I don't know if you know the guy asking about the dad rock. Listen, man, if my label isn't the music you want, there's plenty of other labels and options out there. You know what I mean? I'm 60 years old, man. I'm gonna do the music I like. That's how I built my company. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that, hey, it's like Chick-fil-A says there's a franchise in America that is very successful. They make chicken sandwiches, and they're closed for religious reasons on Sundays, right? And everybody, of course, wants them to be open 7 days a week. But you know what they say? They say we shut down on Sunday to give our competition a chance. So the reason I don't do all the music that I don't know or don't like is I'm giving somebody else a chance to start their own reissue company, somebody that really loves that kind of music, that really knows that kind of music, that can put their heart and their soul into that kind of music. And I'm leaving some room for those people. Anybody that wants to start a reissue label, they're more than welcome. And then they can do their own favorite music, There's just so many records I can do in a year. Yeah. And we've already pretty much, our time for the next 5 years is already spoken for. So even when somebody mentions a record that I love and it's one of my favorite records, I really can't get to it. So we've really,
you only have that many capacity. But let me briefly go into Eric Bass, because this is an important question. For the very first time now, for this week, I will collect the orders that are coming constantly, by the way. Then I will do my order then I will do the order over at Acoustic Sounds. They will do FedEx shipping, which means we'll be here in Germany between 2 and 5 working days. And then we immediately start shipping here in Europe. In the future, in the nearer future, I will build up a stock over here in Europe so that we don't have that kind of delays. But within 2 to 3 weeks, you will have your order. The first ones. Okay. So that's private, of course. I know, but I can't say.
Oh, you can see who the first person to order is?
Yeah, I see the name.
Man, we're gonna have to give that guy a T-shirt or something.
Yeah, okay. Send one. I'll do that.
Remind me. Yeah, let's send
I
him.
remind you.
That's pretty cool. I would, you
That's,
know,
yeah, you're right. I
I
will
would.
remind you.
That guy needs to. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool. Yeah.
that is cool. Okay. Any more? Of course, 1 million questions, title-related questions. We could do that probably the whole night, but we are here for 1 hour now, and I know Chad has to attend really some important business today. Chad, let me thank you one more time for pulling this up. In the name of the Europeans, we will see how
Dude,
it
five
goes.
more questions, dude. 5 more questions.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, the next. No, nobody asked for Van Morrison, but it's a great question, Chad. Van Morrison.
Dude, I love some Van Morrison, man, and you know, he's people are down on Van, but hey, man, you know, I listen to the records, man. I love Van Morrison.
Love Supreme.
Could happen, but nothing planned. Love Supreme could happen.
The announcement, Vinyl Joe, is that we finally get Analog production records here in Europe for a decent, reasonable price. And I put down the link again, but it will also be in the video description. Okay, more JJ Cale, please.
Oh man, I would love that. I would love to do JJ Cale naturally. But
is there a chance for Muddy Complete Plantation repress, Chad? This goes for insane money. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, because we spent a shitload making that thing, and it's an unbelievable package, and it was.
Yeah, it is.
I could maybe do that and not do it as such a collector's item, you know, just a regular jacket. But
I love this question. I love this question. Any chances?
No, I doubt it. I mean, I know people love Tom Waits, and nothing against Tom Waits, but we're trying to keep the UHQRs to the Kind of Blue, the Love Supreme, the you know, Axis Bold as Love, you know, like the top titles. I mean, so when I look at the other label, you know, some of the thing, we're going to keep ours at the absolute top. If it's going to be a UHQR, and we're going to put it in that really nice box, deluxe box, it's going to be a record that's in the top 500. You know, top.
You addressed this already, but I think this will be a great way of closing this stream. Maybe just explain it once more, why there is a delay, or that there is a delay we already know.
There's a delay on a big announcement. When you're dealing with major record labels, and you know, you agree to keep your mouth shut, as hard as it is. You know, I thought I would be able to make the announcement. I wasn't. And that's all there is to it. You know, there's no big secrets. I mean, I guess I just need to keep my mouth shut from now on until something's ready. And then, you know, but, you know, I told the one big thing was the Steely Dan, and people are wanting like a little Easter egg here. I guess I can say really, really soon we're going to be releasing another very limited edition record, 3,500. It's going to be direct to the consumer. We'll make a video and subscribe to our email newsletter, and you'll find out. And but the other little Easter egg I can say is we bought a huge collection from somebody in Canada that was like the acoustic sounds of Canada, and we've put in a lot. You know, all the super analogs, all the mobile fidelity, all the Nautilus super disc, speaker's corner. We're fixing to unload an unbelievable amount of audiophile collector's items pretty soon on our web shop. I mean, when I say pretty soon, the soonest a week, the most a month, you know, somewhere in between there. And there's going to be so many records people are looking for. And so anyway, we appreciate Michael for Michael's been trying to come up with a way to satisfy the Europeans. I mean, every time I talk to him on the phone, he's, man, we got to do something. We got to do something. These people are paying too much in taxes, too much in shipping. And we've talked and we've talked and we've talked. So Michael's really got y'all's back, man. I mean, and he, you know, Michael, I started this as a hobby, and I know you started this as a hobby.
Exactly.
And,
exactly the same. Yeah.
Right. So you understand what it's like to be a consumer, and you understand the needs and the wants of the people. Yeah. I think I understand the needs and the wants of what people want to see reissued. Again, they ask for some things I can't, you know, get into.
You can only do so much, of course.
Right,
of course.
Right. I'm going to do what I like, and we're going to leave room for the people to do other things. You know.
Yes, you will. You can. I will add those to the shop. Yeah.
Yeah, those are only bought in high quantities, though. The QRP sleeves. You know what I mean? They're not in small quantities. You know what I mean? Like, we're not selling them in the
yeah, sure.
But so you know, you know, Michael has the consumers back. He understands what they want and their needs and their cries, and you know, it's a little easier for him to understand the pain that the Europeans and other countries go through than me. I mean, we sell so much in the U.S. that, and there's nothing I can do about, you know, so when I see all the complaints, you know, from Europe, it's like, man, there's really nothing we can do. You know, if I could negotiate with Germany and England,
don't try, Chet. Don't try. Others have failed. Others have failed.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have sympathy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But I do think that this solution is a solution, and we are working, and we're going to negotiate with FedEx. And I think that
no, Sean, the UK is not the loser here. You can order them. We can't, of course, again, what Chet just said, we can't deny or we can't fix Brexit, but you're not the loser here.
And you know, we're negotiating with FedEx. I do believe we can get better rates. So if I get better rates for them, might be good. If they got better rates from you to me to you, then that's good. And so anyway, listen, it's been a long time in the coming. We talked about this a long time. You've been thinking about ways. This is somewhat of a solution. We're going to see how this works.
Exactly.
And
thank you very much, Chad. I loved it. It was great.
Right. Hopefully this will satisfy some people. And
if that doesn't satisfy people, I don't know what. So
well, I mean, some people,
of course, always. You can't do it right for everybody. It's not possible.
The one thing I'm going to say is we've got so many good customers around the world that I want to sincerely thank for supporting my hobby, my business, and they're supporting their own hobby when they buy an Analogue Productions or from Acoustic Sounds, because I'm reinvesting everything back into this hobby. And 99% of the people love what we do. Every now and then somebody gets a defect. We try to replace them. We try to make them happy or give them their money back. but there is just some people you can't please, you know, and you got to realize that.
And they don't want to be pleased. But
Right,
as
right. I
no
know.
chance.
I need to remember that 99% of the people really appreciate what we do. But I got thin skin, you know, and when they start complaining about things that we really can't control, it's a little bit irritating. But we just got to keep trying to please the people that like what we're doing. And, you know, the other ones, there's other labels they can try. You know what I mean? And other dealers they can try.
Yeah.
And
okay, Chad, thank you so much. Maybe I do a live stream tomorrow evening too, to give you a heads up how the first night went, if there are any problems and stuff like that.
how many orders now?
Wait a second. 188.
Wow.
Orders.
Well, hey, you were right. They're putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
Putting their money where their mouth is, and so yeah. So
Great stuff.
somebody asked about the Muse to Death. They want to know the sonic differences. Well, 45s are going to sound better than 33s. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? Now, is it worth that little extra difference? Well, people buy $1,000 amplifier, and some people buy $100,000 amplifier. I mean, I can't tell you. To me, it's worth the difference. I want to have both. You know what I mean? When I really want to hear it at its best, I'll pull out the 45. If I want to demo it for somebody, I'll pull out the 45. If I want to turn off the lights and not get up, I'll put on the 33. They're both going to be awesome. But
right.
You know, but the 45 is always going to be better. It's just I don't know, you know, how much this person has in the bank or how much they care about audio, you know. Don't go hungry buying the 45. You know, the 33 is going to be awesome. But if you have the extra money and it's worth it to you, buy it. But the 45 is going to be better. And
yeah, if you do it right, they usually are better. That's for sure.
So hey, dude, thanks a lot. 188
I thank you.
orders.
We thank you, Chet, for putting this up with us together. Great stuff.
All right, dude.
Thank you very much.
Right, call me if you got any problems or any other great ideas. You know,
we'll come to you.
One more thing I'm gonna repeat. People complaining about prices should go cry to mommy and let big boys enjoy all these wonderful AP releases. Thanks, Chad. Thanks, Michael. Okay, well, hey, I didn't say it. I didn't say
it. But you read it and you liked it.
Well, I tried to answer. I mean, how about 2 more questions? Because the people, he didn't answer my 2 more questions, Mike. Shoot.
Okay, 2 more. Here's one. When will you get the repressing, Jimmy?
Oh man, now you're talking about a record I love. I don't know, but we're gonna try to get that one. It could happen. It ain't gonna be soon, but I love that record. We'll try.
This is a great question. Chad and me, we talked about this today. We will see. There is a good chance.
Well, the series.
We will see. If not,
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay,
all right.
Chad.
All right. So, yeah, this person, Lovell Andrew.
Yeah.
Sign up to our the 333. No, we probably won't do electronic music. Lavelle Andrew we will, if you want that Marley, sign up to our email newsletter. We're going to send out a newsletter with the Tough Gone email. I don't know what you have to do. I don't know what you have to pay, but I'm sure it's going to be cheaper than Discogs. Be looking for that. Lil Walter, man, you know I love me, man. This Lavelle Andrew, he loves some Lil Walter. There's a great record we did, the Emat Rasan, 3 Days Walking, that he does last night, a Lil Walter song. Lil Walter's from Louisiana. He does Lil Walter on last night. That does last night on Emat Rasan, one of our blues records we did in the church. That will blow you away. But no, Lil Walter's awesome, man. Best harmonica player ever. So, all right. Yeah, €875. That means they should order a lot. Let's see. The first UHQR I bought was Hendrix Mono. Let's see. One more question, man. One more.
One more? Okay. Shall I pick or do you want to pick?
Oh, you mean from this?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let Them Eat Cake.
I don't know that record.
Yeah. Exodus. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Exodus would be cool, but very unlikely. How about some Mark Cohn pressings?
Boy, that Atlantic one would really be good. Hey, could happen. Could happen. Lightning Hopkins, he's one of my favorites. The Muddy Waters Plantation, we could do it in a cheaper jacket. But what's happening really is what record y'all want us to kick off the press to put the Muddy Waters on? But you see what I mean?
For sure not the Ice Castles.
Oh man, we got to get some Ice Castles up in there. Let's see. Let's see.
Damn it.
Reel-to-reel tape. I mean, if it's heavy, it's very, very heavy.
In what way? What's so heavy about it?
Well, the boxes of tape are very heavy. It's going to cost a lot in and then there's not a whole lot of markup. So, you know, I guess you just have to mark it up. Somebody, let's see, somebody asked, wait, hold on a second. There was a, are you selling UHQRs to Amazon? No, we're not, but we might put a UHQR that on Amazon that you buy directly from us. You buy it on Amazon and we ship it to you. A lot of times we want to do that on eBay and Amazon because, man, some of the prices that people are asking for our UHQRs on Amazon is unbelievable. So, you know, we're trying to put one or two on there, you know, because some people don't know about acoustic sound. So we might put something on Amazon, but it's from us. Now
it's difficult. It's not with Amazon. Amazon, it's not that easy. Don't underestimate that.
Right, and then on sometimes it looked like somebody put the UHQR Rastaman like Amazon had it, and people were emailing me, and I'm like, going, I don't know they were getting it. I don't even know if it was for real, but all right, Mike. So wait,
we have to go now. I agree.
All right, buddy.
Thank you very much, Chad.
They can buy it in one step. All right, we'll see y'all.